Welcome to the first episode of Catflix, My Haunted House. This isn't where my story begins, but it's where I had to come to finally tell it. I have a haunted house, not the horror movie kind, but the real kind. The kind full of echoes, of memories that never left, of timelines that still try to bleed through the walls. Some days I hear footsteps, sometimes it's just a creak, but deep down, I know it's not just the house. It's everything I lived through and everything I survived. This house has seen more of me than any person ever has. My breakdowns, my breakthroughs, my silence, my rage, my rebirth. It was never just bricks and furniture. It was a mirror, a maze, a battleground, and now it's my stage. This is where Catflix begins, not with perfection, but with truth. Stories that were never supposed to be told until now. I've always been an inventor, but something happened here that changed everything. One day, I broke down a wall. And the reason I did is because when I was a child, around 8 years old, I always wanted to go into this room that was in the courtyard. It was a separate room within the courtyard. And my mother forbade it, I guess you would say. But as my ultimate love of mystery, I couldn't accept that. And if I couldn't go into that room, I said, one day I'm going to demolish the wall. So, years later, I did. I did just that. And, well, the builder didn't show up at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I was so outraged that I decided to tear down the wall all alone. And what possessed me for 8 hours straight to tear down a very heavy stone-built wall and just carry out the stones one by one, no matter how long it took, out into the outside of the garden, is beyond me. But I did it. I slept like a baby that night. You can imagine from my tiredness. And I had a dream. I had a dream that I was standing at the entrance of that room. And I was looking inside of it because there was a door in my dream to the room. And I saw all my inventions. I saw technology and inventions that I didn't yet invent. I was a biologist. I was a molecular doctor. I was dealing with a totally different type of science. Nothing to do with technology and nothing to do with anything remotely matching what I saw in my dream. Anyway, as I saw all these different machines, all these amazing things in this room, I saw 2 lions come out of the room behind me. I wasn't in fear. It was more like they came out to protect me. And I woke up. I thought that was quite an interesting dream. Here we are, years later, and I've invented so many things. If anybody told me that I would be doing robotics, devices, I would just say they're crazy because I was never even going into that direction. Now, how do I know this is back to the Assyrian era? This house, after years and years of research, has dated back to 600 BC. This village was a kingdom. It still is a kingdom. It was the first kingdoms in Cyprus. We have 12 of them here. And this was the tribute to the Assyrian king. And I happen to have the house That was his palace. Now, how did the house know that I would be building technology way before I did? You tell me. All I can say is, whenever I wake up in the morning, I never know how my day's going to end. Never a dull moment.